maybe the trees walked away.
Yes.
Have you ever?
Now we're onto something.
I love the
Farah.
idea. I love
Why
the idea.
we have this idea that trees are stuck in one place, but maybe that is also something that we just accept now because all the trees that could move left.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they weren't taken. They left. They were like, this planet is a sinking ship.
Hello! Welcome to Believe. I'm Phil Green.
And I'm David Ferguson.
And this is a podcast all about the world's craziest myths, mysteries, and conspiracies. And sometimes it gets woody.
Yes, it does, and it gets weird.
It gets weird and very...
Branches out,
absolutely.
We get to the root of things.
We really will. We'll see how many puns we can get into this episode.
Are we barking up the wrong side of the tree?
Yay.
Sorry.
In each episode, we bring on a guest. That guest has picked a myth, mystery, or conspiracy they want to talk about. It might be something they believe. It might be something they don't believe. It might be something they're just completely baffled about and they need answers to it. And that's what we do. We find stuff from the internet and then we try to prove it, debunk it, or neither. And I'll be honest with you, this one is a mindfuck.
Oh my gosh! Like we really are. Oh wow, we're swinging all over the place.
We are. We're trying to answer a big question here.
We're blowing in the wind.
Yes, absolutely. If you enjoy this podcast, please give us a little 5-star review on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast, because it gives us a little boost, doesn't it?
It would, and if you like us, you should do it. You should take like a moment just to do it.
You're on fire today.
Firewood.
Yay! So we take George out of his treehouse.
We have indeed.
Put him in his tech booth.
And he's had a haircut.
He's had a haircut.
He's so
great.
cute.
Oh,
he's so cute.
Oh,
he's getting embarrassed.
very well groomed.
Oh, beautiful boy.
And who is today's fantastic guest?
Oh, the excellent Farah Sharp.
The excellent Farah Sharp. Farah was named one to watch in the Funny Women Awards. She is an ex-data engineer and her STEM background spills into her comedy in the form of a string of analytical breakdowns, often complete with charts and formulae. She's been on Radio 4 and performs regularly all over the country, including at the Royal Albert Hall, Latitude Festival, Leeds Festival, and the Comedy Store. She has millions of views on TikTok with her graph and code-inspired comedy videos. And what is the myth, mystery, or conspiracy that Farah has chosen?
You wouldn't believe it. There's no such thing as a tree.
There's no such thing as a tree?
No such thing as a tree.
Let's bring on Farah.
Because we can't leave it there.
Get out of the rabbit hole.
It's a fake. Every single bird in the sky is a robot.
It's fiction.
Doubt your government.
It's an urban legend.
Like if they're actually spraying something in the sky.
No way.
A stream of absurdity.
It's a total fabrication.
Welcome to the podcast, Farah Sharp!
This is exciting. Thanks
Isn't
for
it?
having me.
That's all right. Lovely to see you.
This is our most graphic episode.
We should give that some
Whoa.
context. Otherwise, people are going to think ill of Farah, and we can't have that.
I'm sat here naked.
Yes. That's it. Graphs. That's your love, isn't it?
I do love.
You
I
love a
do love a
graph.
good graph. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to plot things.
Where did this upset you? Because you were a data scientist.
Yeah, data engineer.
Data engineer, right.
Yeah. So I work in data engineering, and I just love a good graph. I love data, crunching numbers, making things.
Getting
analytical.
graphic.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I will stop.
Is this something that you did in your spare time before you did, A, the job, and B, used it for comedy?
Do you know what? I realised recently that I actually quite often explain things in a graph way, which I didn't properly clock before. Like sometimes I'll be like chatting to someone, I'll be like, you know, it's a bit like if you had a Venn diagram of this and this, then it would, and I just didn't realise that I do that quite a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't realise that, for example, talking about my worries or anxieties, like I'll talk about them like they're probability trees and that you can like map out the probability as you go along all the different and I was like, that's a thing actually.
Really, that's quite healthy. Like, teach me your ways.
It's healthy until you conclude that no matter what probability you put at the end of the tree, you still freak out. Like they're always a proper concern.
Yeah, like
Did people ever point this out to you that you did this?
No.
Okay.
So to be honest, I'd like to ask people why, you know, it would have been really helpful to know that I did this earlier, but
Unless you're talking to the majority of other graph-based lovers, maybe they're just
Yeah, to be honest, everyone's just tuned me out. Like, oh, she's doing that thing again.
He's off on a probability
Yeah.
chart again.
Farah, everything I talk about ends up either being about Joan Crawford, Madonna, Kylie. Like it's like people know. Like he just glazes over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the editing of this podcast is severe on that level. You're getting married soon. Have you done any graphs based for that?
I have actually,
Cool.
yeah. I've been plotting stress levels over
Good.
time,
Right.
especially for different categories of the planning. You know, there's obviously stress related to, I don't know, guest list versus, you know, organizing the logistics,
Yeah.
the money, have you found an outfit, like all of these things.
Have you found an outfit?
No. I know.
Oh,
So it's not till next summer. There's time.
Yeah, there's
oh, you've got time. I don't know
still
why I
got
thought it
time.
was like soon.
But I have already invested considerable time, so there is cause to be alarmed. Like I've already tried to find outfits and failed.
Okay.
You will find it.
I really, really thought I was chill. Like I thought I was this chill person who didn't really like have a strong opinion about what I wore at the wedding. I was like, yeah, I'm sure, whatever, just something vaguely nice. And now I am like, no, I will not settle for anything under perfection.
Absolutely right.
Yeah, it turns out it's actually more difficult than I thought.
Okay. Right. Seating plan. Have you done a risk-based assessment on that?
Yeah, I was thinking actually of like mapping out the seating plan and plotting almost like radiuses around people of
Yep.
like how close they can be to other
Yeah,
people.
exactly,
And, stuff like that. I haven't got onto that yet, but I'm excited for when I do.
Oh,
There's already
absolutely.
a huge spreadsheet going on.
Is there like percentage risk of conflict?
Yeah, scoring people on like how political they are,
Yeah.
you know. No, I'm kidding, but that would be good. Yeah,
Remember, done is better than perfect.
that's true. Oh my God, that's actually very
Well,
well.
unless it results in a fight at your wedding.
Done is better than perfect.
Okay.
At least a fight would give everyone something to
That
talk
is
about.
true,
That's
that is
true.
Make it memorable.
Yeah, exactly.
Memorable.
Exactly. I just want it to be memorable. So yeah, maybe I should be, actually the seating plan is putting the most conflicting people next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then everyone will remember. You can wear what you want then, Farah, because that's what people will remember anyway.
It's how
fine.
easily like stains can get out of it from all the food fights that's going to happen, and it's going to be a good time. And I've already been starting to like rank. Even, let's just talk about the outfits. Like I've been like scoring different places that you can go shopping for the outfits, and also like the style of the dresses or whatever. Like there's so much data. So much data.
Okay. Is your partner interested in this stuff?
Interested. Accepting.
Okay, yeah.
I think he's
I
mildly
think we'd assumed accepting.
Yeah. No, well, we both did like STEM degrees. So we
Okay.
met at university. And so we're both, you know,
STEM degree. You worked with plants.
yes, no.
Perfect.
STEM as in science. And
Yes.
Scientific plants.
scientific plants only. Purely scientific plants. Yeah, we're both kind of sciencey people, ish, but we've both kind of also ended up in artistic lives as well. I think he lets me get on with it.
She's happy, just leave
Yeah,
her alone.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't get involved in the charts.
Yeah, just that's
Does
a
he
nice
have a
chart.
similar methodical approach to his outfits, or has he just gone, I just need a suit?
I don't think he's got to the level of like spreadsheets and graphs, but I think that he's definitely, I don't know, I think he's a lot more chill than me in general. I think he's just like, yeah, that looks nice, good, we got it, done.
Yeah. Simple, done. Lovely. And you're writing a new show, or you're writing well, this is your first show, isn't it? Your first proper.
I'm working currently on
Okay.
my first hour.
Okay, and there will be charts in this.
There are many charts
Okay,
and graphs in
good.
this show.
Chart-based show.
It's a chart-based show.
Yep.
It's plotting my general identity crisis and mental breakdown. Like as I progress towards getting married, how I'm like figuring out who I am through graphs and charts.
Yeah. Which do you think will come first?
What, figuring out who I am
Yeah.
or getting married?
Yeah,
I mean, ideally figuring out who I am.
I think so. Yeah. But it'd be an interesting show. It'd be an even more interesting show if you don't.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I not to give anything away, but it's almost like I learn nothing.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Okay. And so this is like plotting your whole life, or just like this bit of your life?
It's It's actually less chronological and more about specific relationships in my life. So the theme is that I've watched Who Do You Think You Are, the TV show, where people go back through their family trees.
Yeah.
So I analyse my relationships with my family members to figure out who I am.
It's pretty exciting stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
It's quite intense also.
It is quite, well, it could be quite intense.
Yeah.
But I think it's treading the line of being fun and maybe wholesome. Maybe no, it's not really very wholesome.
I think it's healthy. I think it is healthy. It's good. It's a level of analysis that most people will never do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And would you go on Who Do You Think You Are? If somebody asked you.
TV. Yeah.
That was a stupid question to ask a comedian.
Would you like to go on any TV show? Yes, I would. Yes, thank you very much.
That exposure, thank you very much. I don't care what it is. I'll go on Gladiators, please. Would you go on Who Do You Think You Are?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, because I've known my family quite well back for like 4 or 5 generations.
Yeah.
But I'd like to know further. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's already quite impressive to know 4 or 5 generations back.
Yeah. Well, my great-great-grandfather was captain of the English rugby team.
Wow.
Yeah. And there's a book written about him. So with a picture of my great-grandmother in it as a younger woman. And it's one of my favorite things in the world. It's the only photograph I've got of her,
That's really amazing. That's lovely.
And I've seen footage of him at the BFI running what is rugby touchdown try?
Try.
Okay. See, rugby's only porn to me, and that's the changing room.
The thing is, rugby was porn too. Well, still is porn too.
Yeah. Ooh, Aaron and I get to talk about that. And let's not bring up. And yes, I've seen my great-great-grandfather run across a pitch in grainy black and white.
That's quite cool. That's quite cool.
Yeah, and and then I know about his family, and then on my mum's side, I know stuff. So
that's some quite detailed record keeping then throughout the family.
Well, he was kind of famous. Like I've loads of really I've got loads of sportsmen in my family and sportswomen. I've got a cousin who's a very prominent female soccer player. Cool. I don't want to say her name because I don't really know her. It's not
name drop,
right? But she's like she's on the side of Sports Direct in Belfast.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not
Like
just any soccer player. She's on the side of Sports
Direct.
She's
a big deal. She's a big deal.
Wow.
She's gorgeous. But I know her older sister really well, but I don't know. Like, do you know the way families are? So I'm name dropping, but but she's not the only one. I've got a snooker player and stuff in my family, and that was on. Like, do you know all the snooker programs? It would be on in the 90s. He was on all of them, so that's the only way I know him. Because my mum, your cousin's on. I don't know this guy.
I know nothing about snooker, so I'm assuming you mean Big Break. That's all I'm assuming.
There was more like my weirdly not related to this cousin I'm talking about, but my grandparents are really into snooker. So
old people love snooker.
I watched it on a black and white TV.
Yeah.
I watched snooker on a black and white TV with my grandparents.
Wow. That's cool.
And they knew what was going on, and no wonder I have a vivid imagination because I just sit there and
figure out what fucking ball was being putted. Okay.
wait for She-Ra to save me.
So, mysteries, conspiracies. What do you think of them, Farah?
Do you know what? I feel like as a woman of science, I'm supposed to be quite skeptical of these things.
Yeah.
But honestly, I love it.
Do you? It's interesting because it goes one of two ways with people of science. Because we've had people who be like doctors on podcasts before, logical people who go, I love a conspiracy. Just we're shocked at that all the time.
Yeah.
There's other people who are really wild imagination, just it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay. So what interests you about them?
I like the idea that we're wrong and that there's more going on, and I don't know, it's just a bit magical and a bit eerie and a bit spooky.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I love that kind of stuff.
Have you met conspiracy theorists before? Apart from this one.
Not knowingly, I don't think. Yeah. But I don't know, I've never branched into the topics that might bring it out, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you work with logical people.
Yeah, and it tends to be what error message have you got? It's not really about
That is your jam though.
Yeah. We don't really delve into stuff like that often. But I mean, if anyone was going to be bringing it up over like a meeting, I'd be like, oh, and also, what do you think to this? And they'd probably all be like, not today.
Yeah.
But
What do you think, if you were like plotting a graph, what do you think makes people believe?
oh my God. That's a really good question. I don't know. I think that you've just got to, I mean, probably a basis of mistrust.
Yes, yeah.
You've just got to generally like probably be like, I'm not going to just believe everything that you've told me, but then you take that like further than normal.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I'm a big believer in an unexamined life is not worth living. You know, you've got to examine things, and that's why I see the truth.
Yes.
Yeah, but the thing
But
is,
you-
I'll question things to the point that I'm not even sure I'm talking about truth anymore. It's just like, it's just fun, you know?
You've taken all meaning from it, yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you repeat the same word over and over again, and it's like, what am I saying? I have no idea.
How do you pick, when you talk about your subjects on your videos, how do you pick those things? Like,
It's honestly like things that I was thinking about anyway.
Right.
Yeah. So like, I don't know, if I'm plotting a graph about judging people for what coffee they drink,
Yeah.
it's probably because I've been behind someone in a queue in a coffee shop and I've thought, really? So
you're drinking that shit.
yeah, exactly.
okay.
So
Speaking as someone who drinks a lot of shit coffees, Frenchified, not like, I'm ridiculous. What coffee did you judge the most harshly?
I judge a few things quite harshly. I can't remember what came out the top. I definitely judge flat whites quite a lot.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you to say that.
Yeah, I love a flat white. That's something I don't say in the video, but an oat flat white is probably what I'm ordering.
Wow.
But I do think that it's
You got to be careful. That's 100,000 followers gone. you know.
it's kind of an embarrassing drink to order. Like I'm ashamed of myself, but I do.
It's not really coffee, is it? It's borderline.
yeah, and it's like the most like corporate, like I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that a real coffee lover drinks a flat white. There, she said it, but
Yeah.
I am that person. So
Do people message you asking you to do like analysis on things?
yeah,
Do they?
sometimes, yeah,
Okay.
occasionally, or they'll comment on the video like, "But what do you think of this then?" You know, and they'll tell me their like very specific drink order, and most of the time I'm like, "You're lame," as a blanket rule. But yeah, occasionally people will be like, "Have you thought about doing a graph on this or doing that?" Which is actually very useful because sometimes I get good ideas from that.
Yeah. Yeah. And do you ever go like, okay, so-and-so's asked for this, so here's a video on it?
Occasionally, yeah.
Yeah.
Or I'll at least write it down, and then inevitably I get distracted, and then I come back to it a while later. But yeah, like I try and follow up on those things.
Yeah. Good. Got to give the fans what they want.
Yeah, ideally,
Yeah.
hopefully. I mean, otherwise, what are we doing?
Exactly, Farah. Exactly.
Like, what are we doing?
Answering the big questions. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
So there's no such thing as a tree. Have you ever had your suspicions about trees?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I'm skeptical of all
Trees.
all trees.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I do think, you know, I think that trees are. They're full of mysteries anyway.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I
Yep.
think they're very mystical things.
I agree, yeah.
So when I was like thinking about conspiracy theories, and this one jumped out to me because I was like, I don't know. I think that like I spend a lot of time around trees. I don't know about you. Do you spend a lot of time?
Surprisingly, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I make a point of walking amongst the trees.
In nature? Yeah.
You do. You love a walk. 20,000 steps a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll die.
Yeah.
And this theory is that there aren't any trees. So that's instantly like, come on, we've
Yeah.
all seen them.
Yeah.
So then you have to go into what they mean by that, and
Do
it's
you know
actually
what?
very interesting.
When you picked this one, I did think, yeah, that makes sense. Like,
I really like the idea of. I mean, okay, I never thought. I read about it,
Yeah.
and I thought the argument is that the trees that we think are trees are bushes,
yeah.
and that the real trees are gone.
Yeah.
And I think that leans quite nicely into the slightly like dark nihilistic part of my brain that's like, yeah, everything is ruined, isn't it? Like, yeah, like
Yeah.
they're gone. Like,
Yes.
classic. Of course they are.
Yeah. So this is the idea that thousands of years ago there were fucking huge proper trees, like big fuck off, like Sequoia National Park type trees, like, you know, miles
Kilometers high.
Yeah, exactly. And they're wiped out, and what we see now is saplings and bushes, and not really what would have been a tree.
Oh, okay. Because I thought the reason we were doing this conspiracy was this was to fuck up AI algorithms. You know, when they you know, they aggregate information.
Yep.
trees aren't real would be part of that information. It would fuck up the information that you get from AI.
Yeah,
So that's what I thought. Oh yes, I'm actually behind this. So fuck AI.
Yeah.
However, until they can fuck me. Anyway, my point. However, this is much more interesting, and it's like how we hunted away all the truly large whales.
Yep.
We don't get mega whales anymore because we've hunted them all.
Yeah.
They're dead.
Yeah.
The genetic material doesn't exist anymore for them to exist. And I went, oh, I could see that for trees.
Yeah, I can see it. But then the question that first popped into my head is like, why would that be like a secret? Like, why is anyone hiding that?
Tartaria. So the history that we understand now is a lie. And there was a major empire called Tartaria, which I haven't read any books on yet. I just know it's in the conspiracy theory vibe.
Okay.
But like the big secret is the World Fair in the early 1900s. They built all these beautiful elaborate buildings and then bulldozed them a year later. And they said they were just plaster, except you can see photographs of the World Fair. They're clearly not just plaster. They're clearly constructed buildings. And the idea that we wiped out everything is all to do with mud floods and whatever. Basically, history's a lie.
Okay.
And they did it. You know,
Who are they?
They, yeah, them.
Them.
Yeah.
The ones that want the digital ID and
Okay.
you know, the WEF is probably part of it, but we're all being controlled. You're all looking at me very strangely. Are we going to get banned?
I realize you're probably thinking this needs some evidence. We try not to worry too much about that on this podcast. We just try to deal with the speculation more.
Speculation of the fact that all the big trees are gone.
Yeah, because of them.
And we've hidden them
Yeah.
and the evidence of them. And I mean, I think that you can understand that they might be gone, and I could see reasons why you would get rid of them. They
Yeah.
sound like they'd be in the way.
They were very much in the way.
Where would all the sunshine be?
Exactly.
if
And
they-
where would we have room for our motorways?
Yeah.
And our car parks.
Exactly. And we all want more car parks.
Yes. Well, there is a housing crisis, Farah.
I mean, true. But could we live in the trees?
Well, this is the thing, because in previous centuries we did, right?
Yeah.
So
that could be quite a nice way to solve that if we still had those.
it could be.
But I do think it would block a lot of sunlight, and I don't know about you guys, but I really, really need a lot of sunlight to like feel alive.
Especially with your wedding coming up and all that as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I really need a bit of sun, like ideally a lot. I think also, I don't know what I was about to say.
Okay, well, look, let me give some context. So, all life on Earth is part of a single phylogenetic tree, indicating common ancestry. Phylogenetics is the taxonomical classification of organisms based on how closely they are related in terms of evolutionary differences, showing the evolutionary relationships among various biological species based on similarities and differences in their physical or genetic characteristics. However, trees are not a coherent phylogenetic category. There are no unique tree genes. They exist all over the evolutionary map. As similar as their characteristics are, trees aren't all related to each other. They're just a habitat or a form of a plant that can take a different expression of genes that plants already use.
Goodness me, that sounded very scientific.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's very exciting.
Huh?
It's very exciting because there's no such thing as a fish.
Exactly.
Have I just jumped on?
No. But that is the same logic that this follows. Essentially, that there is no such thing as a fish because there isn't a single definition in a similar way to the same thing. With
Very,
trees.
that's very exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not what I thought it was going to be. I'm so excited.
You're in now.
I'm in.
Yeah.
There
Well,
are
it
no
might be.
trees.
Doesn't take a lot, so you just a little nudge.
Wow. Okay, yeah, so there's no genes that are like, this is a tree gene.
Yeah.
So what happened to the tree genes if we assume that there were some?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
There's no consistency between different types of trees.
It's like a tomato isn't a vegetable; it's a fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, isn't it a berry? Isn't it?
It's delicious.
I love. Oh my gosh, I love a BLT more than I can say.
Yeah.
So in scientific terms, a tree is a polyphyletic group. I've got to get this pronunciation right. So we grouped them because we could not help ourselves, not because the universe insisted on it. So like you said, imagine calling everything that swims a fish and adding dolphins, otters and scuba divers to the mix. That's essentially what we're saying
we've done with trees.
Yeah, we've just gone, all these things that we haven't got a word for, they're trees.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Your mind's blown now, isn't it?
All right, genuinely, actually, genuinely.
Yeah. Did you believe there was no such thing as a fish?
I hadn't given it any thought.
What? Why not, Farah?
I mean, well, now I'm going to be questioning the
Quite
fish.
right. Yeah, quite
Every
right.
time I see a fish, I'll be like, who are you really? What are you? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, how much do we need to label all these things anyway?
And that's a good question, right? Because a lot of this is about exactly that, how we're labeling things. It's the need to categorize. It's the need to put everything into a box, right? That's kind of what this is about. I think it's less about, is that a tree or isn't it? It's more about the human need to categorize.
Gosh, it got deep, didn't it?
Didn't it?
I'm actually taken aback. I didn't think this was going to be what we were talking about.
What would you like to talk about?
No. This is great. This is great. I was actually, this is, of all the topics that we've had, this was the one I was like, I don't know that I can talk about this. And now I can.
Yes. So our brains
Good
adore
call.
shortcuts. We conjured a single everyday term for countless unrelated organisms that simply liked the sun enough to chase it upward. Even the boundary between tree and shrub is fuzzy. Ask 3 gardeners whether a small-ish plant qualifies as a tree, and you might spark a heated debate. One might cite trunk thickness, another might say its height, or another one might say that it feels tree-ish. So there's no scientific explanation for this, which is true. There is no scientific explanation for what a tree is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And the idea is that there used to be a tree.
There used to be a tree.
And we don't learn about it
Yeah.
Because we got rid of
They're
it.
suppressing history
because it's gone.
because it's gone.
But why are they suppressing big trees?
There you go.
Because I have a theory for that.
Go on.
I think that the size of these trees that we're hearing about, that would be a load of wood, wouldn't it?
It would be
And
a load
then-
of wood.
There's no more like supply and demand issue with wood. It destroys capitalism, doesn't it? Like you need to make wood scarce. I'm going to get murdered on the way out of here. But you need to like make wood scarce so that you can put prices on things. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Like diamonds.
True.
Yeah.
That's a good theory. And do you know, you'd be surprised at how many, well, you probably wouldn't be surprised at how many of these conspiracies come back to capitalism in the end. Because you're right. That's true, right?
But then the question is, but where did it go?
Yeah, well, that's
Because if these trees were really that big, then where did they go?
yeah. And also, how did they have the technology to get rid of all of these big fucking massive trees?
Yeah.
Beavers.
Massive
Well, it was
beavers?
just
Beavers.
beavers that ate. They were like, you have to eat all day, all night. Yeah, and I mean, again, unless you like think that it's to do with like extraterrestrial, like these trees have left, like because there's nowhere that there could be now, so maybe they're gone. Like,
Well, that is another theory that aliens came down and went, well, that's a useful material. We'll take
that
all
with
of
us.
those.
Also, it probably got in the way of them landing.
Yeah.
So now, you know,
Yeah.
they're like airstrip, but like the whole planet.
Now you're thinking on the right ones.
So they were like, get rid of the trees. We'll take the wood with us. We've got this like piddly little tiny bit of wood left that
Yeah.
we like survive on, and all the main resource is gone.
Well, they're kind of doing both of us favours because they couldn't land, they couldn't park, right,
Yeah.
because of the trees.
Yeah.
And we can't park because of the trees.
Yeah.
So they take the trees away.
Now everyone can park.
Everyone can park.
No one can do anything wood based, but
Yeah.
we can park.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for that.
Yeah, thank goodness for that.
It all worked out in the end.
Yeah, it did. What you've got a theory, I'm sure, on aliens taking materials.
Well, I don't have any ones that I love,
Yes.
but the idea that we've been visited by other species for our materials, like Sitchin talks about how the Anunnaki came down for our gold and then created a slave race, which is the human race. And
I don't understand when you say you said this before, right? The Anunnaki took our gold. Why?
We still have gold.
Yeah, we still have gold, and also
as much as we used to have.
what for? Like, what did they? Do you think they also have a monetary value on it? Or
No,
not?
it was for to alter their atmosphere to reflect sunlight. So one of the things about climate change that has been discussed is putting gold dust into the air to reflect sunlight. Yeah.
So
yeah.
they've done that already.
Yeah.
Okay, and maybe they came and got the wood as well, because like you got to imagine that if you're an alien and you're like flying around in spaceships and stuff like we imagine that they are,
Yeah.
then you would assume that planets are seen as like shops, like I'm gonna pop to Earth and just pick up a bit of wood,
Yeah.
maybe take a bit of gold,
Like B&Q.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
you can do a big shop, take
Yeah.
all the trees
Yeah.
that day, and
Yeah.
then off I go, and I use those trees elsewhere.
Yeah.
But now our shop is empty.
Yeah.
So that's a bit depressing for us, isn't it?
It's a bit like when people were loo rolling COVID, isn't it? It's that kind of.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like that. And that the trees are the loo roll.
The trees are the loo roll. I know.
Oh my God.
It's such a cycle. It's very unbelievable.
Everyone's destroying trees. Maybe they were using it for loo roll as well.
Yeah, that's true.
That's something we never discuss. What do aliens do for that? So
Yeah.
Big trees.
Do they poop?
they might have a perfect system, sealed system, so that all waste gets recycled.
Okay. They need a big fuck off ship to take these massive trees, wouldn't they? You'd think.
Unless they strap them onto like the side or something.
Yeah.
When people like have things
Like a
strapped
roof
onto
rack.
the
Roof
roof
rack.
rack or like a sidecar.
Yeah.
Or a trailer.
Trailer, yeah.
You could just have that. You sometimes you see this happening actually with like tree felling and stuff.
Yeah.
What we believe is trees. Where they have a load of logs just like strapped to the back of a car
Yeah.
and they're just dragging them along. Like that with a spaceship, but with a much bigger tree.
Yeah. And with a sign on the back saying, if you can't see my mirrors, I can't see you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And beep, I'm reversing now, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although in my head now, I'm thinking of the beginning of Final Destination 2.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, I saw it this
God.
weekend. I'd never seen all the Final Destination movies. I went to a movie marathon and I saw Final Destination 2 and I absolutely loved it. That whole sequence is amazing.
What happens?
So there's a sequence. Have you watched any of the Final Destination
No.
films? Okay.
Oh, you should.
Yes, you should.
Not four's terrible, but every one other one's great.
How many are there?
There's 6.
That's
I
a lot
watched.
of homework that you're setting.
I
Is there like a one that I should watch?
Watch the first 2 and then the most recent one.
Okay.
I would disagree with that. I would say watch the first 2 and number 5, which is the second most recent one.
Okay.
I didn't love Bloodlines. I loved 5.
Either way, watch the first 2.
They're great.
Where is the final? Is that a place? The final destination?
No,
Death.
Death.
Oh.
Death. Yes, that's the Final Destination.
Okay, and what happens in this opening
Okay, so
season?
in all of at the beginning of all the Final Destination films, an event happens. Someone foresees an event, right? So I think in the first one it's a plane crash.
Yeah,
is that right?
plane crash.
So they have like a premonition of all their friends getting on a plane. I think it's a school trip or something like that, isn't it? And then they wake up and then they go to they're getting on that plane with those friends the next day, and they suddenly had this. Oh, I had this premonition last night, and they're trying to convince all their friends to get off the plane, right? And some of them believe them, some of them don't. And then the ones that do believe them stay on the ground, and the plane takes off, explodes exactly as per the premonition, right? But then, because these people have avoided death comes for them one by one in slow ways, right? And
Death has a plan.
Because death has a plan.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, understood.
And this happens in every single Final Destination film. And the second one is a truck with logs, huge big logs on the back of it that come loose on a motorway and then cause havoc on the motorway.
And it's so deliciously it's brilliant.
And if you see it, you will never, if you're in a motorway, ever drive behind a truck
log.
full of logs
Yeah.
ever again.
Yeah. It has impacted the culture. People
People don't go near log bands.
trees.
Yeah.
So for your own safety, Farah, watch the Final Destination videos.
Okay, I will watch them.
Trees will kill you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we think the aliens might be pulping the trees? Is that an easier way to get them back to the homeland?
And then making it something else.
Yeah.
I don't know. They might want. They might have some home improvement thing going on.
That's true.
And if they're dragging.
Wallpaper and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah. And wood is always quite nice. I've got fake wood on my floor. Because it looks pretty.
But they like the real stuff.
They like the real stuff. Yeah, I'm poor. That's why I fake wood.
Well, you have to have fake wood because all our real wood's gone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
no choice.
Good point.
I'm living it.
If they hadn't taken it all, we'd all have wooden floors.
Yeah, exactly.
And it wouldn't cost.
It wouldn't cost anything.
We're just getting to the truth here, people.
Yeah, we are. We're really exposing the truth. On the evolutionary tree of plants, trees are regularly interspersed with things that are absolutely 100% not trees. That means, for instance, that the common ancestor of a maple and mulberry tree was not a tree. The common ancestor of a stinging nettle and a strawberry plant is a tree. And this is true for most trees or non-trees that you can think of. Does that fuck your mind?
Yeah, I'm lost.
Yeah, I was too when I read it, I'll be honest with you. So basically, the conker tree is more closely related to broccoli than it is to the sweet chestnut tree.
But broccoli are little trees.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, that's when I had broccoli, I would pretend I was a giant eating trees.
Well, exactly. And so, how a broccoli is a mini tree to what we think of as a tree, maybe our trees are like broccolis of the big trees. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like it's all just mini
Mini versions.
like Russian dolls of like trees inside each other, but it ends with broccoli, or maybe something smaller.
Everything ends with broccoli.
Everything ends with broccoli.
Yeah.
Everything's tuberculosis.
And the sweet chestnut tree, sweet chestnut, is more closely related to baked beans than a tree. I don't have the science behind that.
Okay.
That's just... Yeah, I see.
Baked beans. Okay.
I'm not sure you picked the right one now, are you?
Baked beans and toast.
I'm lost.
That's why we can't categorize trees as one thing, because of this ancestry issue.
Right, and so therefore we're like, oh, these aren't trees.
Yeah.
So maybe they're like
Related to baked beans.
baked beans. Yeah, it's
Or
all baked
broccoli.
beans and broccoli.
Yeah.
And there's no trees.
There's no trees.
It's all baked beans.
Yeah. Do a chart on this when you get home, Farah. See how you get on.
Yeah, okay. Wow. And I read something about how the reason that people think this is because we think that some things are big tree stumps.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like some big rocks.
Yes.
Are big tree stumps.
Yes. Which, do you think that?
No, because I understand geology.
Okay.
I love that.
Because certain things, the things look like things. So, for example, our alveoli and areoli is a different thing. Alveoli in our lungs look like little trees.
Yes.
And we get oxygen from trees. Like if you follow any Christian creationist stuff, they're like,
So we've got trees inside us?
Got trees inside us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I quite like that because I'm quite partial to my lungs and them working. So the idea that, trees like and as above, so below. So broccoli being trees and whatever, but there's also parallel evolution. Mm-hmm. And why does everything become crabs?
Don't get me started on this. So ultimately, we're all turning into crabs, apparently.
Yeah. Evolution, everything turns into crabs.
Which type of crab?
That's generally crabs have come about loads of times.
Right.
Yeah.
And lots of creatures that are completely unrelated look like crabs.
I like that was your main concern.
Just make sure I'm on the same page.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's also the things like, hyenas, we think of them as sort of dog-like, but they're closer related to cats.
Yeah.
But they, yeah, I love a hyena. The only reason I know that's because I watched Batman the Animated Series. So, wow. The Joker, Harley Quinn throws 2 hyenas at the Catwoman, and
She throws hyenas.
well, she's got 2 in the name of
Okay,
Harley.
she lets them at
Them, to attack Catwoman, and Catwoman's able to deal with them because they're potentially big cats, not dogs.
Yeah, she's not thought that through, has she?
Yeah, and it's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
That's so interesting because of all the sort of dog creatures that could be like a cat, I thought foxes seem the most catty.
Well, yeah, I have lots of foxes in my area, and I love seeing them when I go for walks at night. And they really are dog cats. They really are. I love them. I'm a big fan of foxes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's just because of fox Mulder.
Yeah, except when they go through your bins. But I do love fox cubs. I
Yeah,
think
they're
they're
so
amazing.
cute.
The cutest thing.
Oh my God, my heart breaks when I see a fox cub. I wanted to take it home and look after it and love it forever.
Yeah. I don't understand why we don't have domesticated foxes because
Let them roam free. That's what I love about let them be free.
Well,
Free in the bins.
Yeah.
free in the bins.
Let them dig through the bins unsupervised.
Yeah, they can go
That's
into the
what
trees if
they
they want to.
Yeah. Well,
What trees?
Well,
Yay.
exactly, Farah. If they were ready to live in.
That's why the
goddammit.
foxes are in the bins, because all the trees that they used to live in are gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's true. We have taken over
Fucking
their
aliens.
Yep, we've taken over their habitat. But here's an interesting thing about foxes. We believe that we're seeing them self-domesticate. They're starting to try and interact with humans more and more.
Say more.
Yeah, so the idea that dogs, that saying like God must be real because there's dogs. And going, yeah, dogs are bred. They weren't created. They're from wolves and from other canine species. And the idea that, but the reason that happens because certain members of the species would come towards human beings, connive scraps and what have you. The same thing is happening with foxes. They're approaching people, so that the idea that we're actually seeing them become self-domesticated.
So maybe in a few generations' time, people will have pet foxes.
I mean, people do have pet foxes. I in the area of London I live in, I know people that feed their foxes.
Or maybe foxes will have pet humans.
True.
You know, because
Well, we'll all be pet humans to AI
That is
overlords.
very true. That is very, very true.
like AI is analyzing this very show right now,
Yeah.
and soon
There are no
will
trees.
be.
Yeah.
There are no trees.
Yeah.
So that's why we've got to fuck them. There are no trees.
The transcript of this episode is fucking AI up. Trees exist physically, yet the idea of trees as a distant objective category is basically a mental sticker we slapped onto unrelated plant strategies. The forest is not a civilization of trees cooperating in their treeness. It is a sprawling populace of clever life forms independently discovering the power of wood. Now you've experienced the power of wood.
Yes, because that's my father made sheds and fences when I was growing up. So that's what
That's the power of wood?
Yeah, that's the power of wood.
Yeah.
You know, I 2x4s and all that. I had constant scalps when I was growing up with splinters. So because I had to deal with wood all the time when I was a little kid. Wow. How do you get rid of a splinter? How do you get rid of a scalp in your skin? Yeah, hot water or baking soda.
You don't suck it out.
You can, but it's actually just put it into hot water and it'll pop out.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Why don't they tell us that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Big word.
Yeah.
I was
See,
yeah.
the big wood
You know,
conspiracy. Exactly.
My father's business, so I was involved with wood, and then in Northern Ireland, it was all fine because there wasn't really B&Q and all those sort of homeware stores. And then when they came in, my dad's business kind of collapsed overnight. Yeah,
So he was doing in proper wood.
it was and it was like I remember. This is such a weird memory that I have. I remember going to I think it was B&Q, that kind of place. And going in and seeing the sheds that they were selling. And it was like they were made out of cardboard. The wood was that thin. I remember being genuinely disgusted at how poor quality it was. And I remember thinking, oh, my dad will be fine. He wasn't. People will buy any old shite.
Oh, no, that's not a heartening message at the end
No.
of that. People don't care about the quality of stuff.
No, that's why Temu and Lidl's actually not that bad, but Temu and
But that's
Shein will work, you know.
That's sad because I feel like comedians, we're all at the moment telling ourselves don't worry. People want authentic and real performance, so
Yeah.
we won't be replaced by AI. But then the message underneath is no, they will.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
people have been living happily without trees.
Yeah,
For centuries.
but exactly like
Yeah.
if we didn't even get up in arms about losing the trees, then what will we?
What will happen
what
to
will we
culture?
defend? Yeah, what will we defend?
What happened to art, Farah?
I know.
You better write this show quickly. Get it out there.
I genuinely believe that. I'm like, there won't be shows.
just you flying the flag for live comedy still in 2 years' time.
The last one.
Absolutely. So society carries on as if trees were one big happy family. They feature in national symbols and environmental slogans. They anchor myths about life, wisdom, and ancestry. Poets become surprisingly emotional at the sight of an oak. Humans adore the romantic illusion of treeness, perhaps because it offers a tidy narrative in a disorderly natural world. A single word to tame the botanical chaos, a shared identity whether nature approves or not.
They are emotional things, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think that a tree is a good place to cry.
Yes. Is that where you go?
Yeah, you got to find a tree to cry under. Or sometimes you might go on a walk and then you see a tree with maybe a bench under it and you're like, I think I'll have a cry now. This is a good time for a little cry.
I'm over relating to this so much.
So then maybe they had to get rid of big trees because people were crying too much. They were like, look, there's only one way to increase happiness on Earth. So, you know,
Do you think that was what the aliens' plan was? They came down and they were like, oh, they are all really fucking sad.
Miserable.
We should take the trees.
take the trees,
Yeah.
bit more sun in,
Yeah.
less places to cry.
Yeah.
Less oxygen.
Yeah.
Yeah. More car parks.
More car
They'll be
parks.
so much happier.
Yeah, and most people are crying because they can't find a space to park.
Exactly. Imagine how bad it was centuries ago.
I know.
Oh my God. They do feature quite heavily in culture though, don't they? I mean, that's true. Like romantic novels, people crying under trees. End of Shawshank, that's the tree is the symbol, isn't it, for where they meet. Yeah.
Yep, there's a lot of trees in books, isn't there?
Yeah. Magic faraway tree.
What, that's a sentence that could never have happened.
We'll clip that one up, Farah.
There's a lot of trees in
Yeah,
books.
yeah.
Don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah.
It's something that I've clocked on.
Lots of trees and books are made out of trees.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's
Oh my
not.
God.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's true.
Do trees exist legally? I know you're going to ask that. Well, let me tell you.
Yeah, actually, that's something I've been wondering.
I thought you might have been.
Underneath
Are
all
there
this.
illegal trees? Oh,
Well, So in UK
Treasonous
law,
trees.
do trees exist legally?
Fever dream in itself, isn't it?
In UK law, there is no definition of a tree.
Well, someone call the Prime Minister.
When it became a matter for the courts to decide what would constitute a tree, the best answer they could come up with was, it seems to me that anything that ordinarily one would call a tree is a tree.
Okay, but who's having a case where the definition of a tree is like fundamental?
Well, not enough people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You almost had a thought there.
I did, but it was all. I'm thinking about all the times trees are in mythology.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus was hung on a tree. That's the crucifixion, and Odin hung from a tree to get wisdom, and
the apple fell from the tree.
Apple fell from the
knowledge.
tree.
Yeah.
Tree of knowledge, the tree of life.
Yeah. Eve ate that apple off a tree as well.
And trees are everywhere. And I like that the faraway tree.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And
Magic faraway tree.
so the all lots of trees and what's legally a tree.
Yeah.
It's the idea that we don't have a legal definition for a tree means that all trees are illegal, which comes back to the idea we got rid of big trees.
That's terrifying, because that basically is like saying if we haven't written it down in law already, then everything is illegal.
Correct.
Which is not really a good idea, in my opinion.
Yeah,
It does open up a can of worms.
We have lots of terrible laws at the moment. So
We've got a lot of old laws, but I think this is probably the most important one that needs some sort of definition.
What's the
Because people are going nuts about this.
But surely the definition of a tree would be it has a trunk and
An elephant.
like an elephant. Like, so is an elephant a tree?
By your definition so far.
So
Yes.
far, has roots, and
An
elephant can have
can
roots?
yeah, get their roots did.
Yeah.
A blonde elephant is a tree because they've got roots. And
Oh, that kind of roots.
Okay.
I was thinking like, as in, they got a backstory.
Yeah, that is exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, maybe some of them don't. Maybe they're just lone wolves.
Yeah.
They just wander.
So they're wolves as well as
They're wolves
trees.
as well as trees.
Oh man.
I
feel
feel
we're taking on more than we can chew with this one. In the absence of any biological definition, in legal terms, a tree is more often defined by reference to its location and surroundings as amenities, or as living creatures providing pleasure, protection, and shade. A tree, the subject of a tree preservation order, would be destroyed when, as a result of what was done to it, it ceased to have any use as an amenity, as something worth preserving.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
also sad.
Isn't it?
That's sad as like humans are like, it's not a thing unless we can use it.
Exactly that, yeah. We can't just let it be.
what's the poem? Is it Wordsworth? I never have I seen something so lovely as a tree. Is that the poem? I can't quite remember. I don't particularly like Wordsworth, but
I'm going to act like I'm highbrow enough and cultured enough to know the poem.
Yeah.
Yes, it's that one.
Yes. And then we'll edit another reply. It's not quite right, but yeah.
Yeah,
it's not. I know I haven't remembered
you'll
it correctly.
find that
Yes.
that's actually
Incorrect.
a Nicki Minaj song. I
Yes.
don't know.
So trees is a lifestyle choice, which I know you were going to get onto. The theory that trees are not real does not attempt to deny the forest its beauty. Instead, it reminds us that reality becomes slippery when filtered through language. We construct categories like scaffolding for the mind. They support understanding while quietly misleading it. The result is a world that seems simple until examined closely, at which point its edges blur like morning mist among branches.
Oh my God, that was quite poetic.
Oh, thank you.
But that, like, if we agree that all of the trees now are bushes,
Yes.
then bushes are nice. Like, they're nice either way.
That's another sound clip from Farah Sharp. Bushes are nice. Yeah.
I stand by it.
But then if trees are, so we're saying bushes are trees, or are we saying the bushes are still bushes?
My understanding of this theory was that the trees that we currently see
Yeah.
are bushes
Yeah.
in comparison to the trees that we've lost that no one's talking about.
Yeah. Or the trees that we've lost.
The trees that we've lost and the stumps that we see that no one is acknowledging are tree stumps because of the fact that they're made of rock. But I would argue, if the argument is just that they're made of completely different materials, what are materials other than a jumble of like electrons and
What are any of us?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like maybe they just, you know, swapped around a few electrons here and there, and like it was a tree, now it's, you know, limestone. Like
It's language and categorization.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
everyone needs to be less rigid about the whole thing.
Yeah.
Which ironically the trees have now become because
Yeah,
the-
because
they're
they've changed
just
into a
rock.
different element. Yeah.
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 A tree is not a family, it is a vibe. A lifestyle choice among plants. A recurring dream of evolution. Built upward, broaden out, hoist leaves towards the light. The green world experiments endlessly, and sometimes different solutions look remarkably alike. We invented a word to simplify that magnificent diversity. In doing so, we accidentally convinced ourselves it pointed to a single meaningful biological truth.
Goodness me.
I like trees, and there's I'm a very anxious person, and one of the treatments that came out of Japan is it's called forest bathing, where you walk through trees and it's meant to calm you down. And I it's only anecdotal, but I actually think it's really helped me.
To go for walks through the woods.
Go through walks through the woods.
Okay.
Like so, especially.
What are
if
you
there's trees.
bathing in?
It's called forest bathing. You're just walking through
You're just
trees.
walking through the woods.
Right, okay.
But like I'm not naked or anything. Although
You could be.
could be.
Maybe that would be even more relaxing. Or alarming. Yeah. I mean, a walk through the woods can be relaxing, but it really depends on the time of day. Because
Yes.
I think
And
a
whether you're
daytime,
naked or not.
Yeah, and who else is naked? Let's not forget that.
I think that is a big part of it.
Because if I was walking through the woods, even in broad daylight, and everyone around me was naked, I'd certainly wonder why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Whereas at night, you'd be fine with it.
Whereas at night, I mean, I'd be like, of course, we're all naked. Now it's...
Oh, it's nighttime.
Yeah.
Oh.
So which is
So
common.
sorry.
What do I do with these on?
We said it was going to be a graphic episode.
Yeah.
And we've got there.
We somehow got there. Yeah, exactly. If the concept of trees melts under scientific scrutiny, a new question sprouts in its place. What other obvious things are we hallucinating as tidy categories? Nature seems fond of resisting our labels. Whales look like fish, but are mammals. Mushrooms behave like plants, but belong to their own rebellious kingdom. Even the idea of a species is messier than textbooks admit. Trees are just the friendliest example of the universe chuckling at our desire to classify.
Yeah. And what else have we lost? If the big trees are gone, what else is gone?
Yeah.
Because maybe the aliens didn't just take the trees.
Yeah.
Maybe they also took something else.
The woolly mammoths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Or things that we don't even know.
Yeah.
Entire elements could be gone. I mean, they didn't get all of the gold, but maybe they took all of something else.
Yeah, maybe there was something more pretty than gold that they took.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're throwing that into the atmosphere as well.
Entire colours, maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, I love the idea of that with the like the hidden letters of the alphabet, words that we don't understand because we don't have the.
They've taken our letters.
There's in sort of like magic symbols.
Fucking aliens coming into our atmosphere, taking our letters.
Do you think there's any chance we could get the big trees back?
I mean, it's a lot of effort now, isn't it?
Even just one.
You just want one big
Just
tree.
one, like, because if they really are as big as we're talking,
okay.
it sounds quite interesting.
It would be
to
nice
see.
to have one, wouldn't it?
Yeah, just
that everyone could go and
you
look
can
at.
go and be like, oh, look, it's a big tree.
Yeah,
That's nice.
that's what we're missing.
And then you don't need to go for a walk through the woods. You can get it all from just one tree. You can be like,
Just hug it.
big tree, give it a hug, have a cry.
Have you ever hugged a tree?
No.
Hug a tree.
Does it matter what kind of tree?
Well, I for me, it's when no one else is around. But it's lovely. It's another living thing.
Okay. Who's got more wood when you're hugging the tree?
Philip Green, I am
I
shocked.
brought it down, and I apologise for doing that.
Well, Green is your name.
That's true. That is true.
Oh.
Our relationship with the so-called tree reveals more about human perception than botanical truth. We evolved brains wired for survival, not taxonomic accuracy. I've got to stop using these words. Our ancestors did not need to decode evolutionary history to build a treehouse. They simply needed to recognise the tall, woody thing that provides fruit, firewood, or dramatic backdrop for storytelling. The category emerged from usefulness. We created a kind of folk biology packed with convenient buckets for the world around us. These buckets are sometimes filled by organisms that never agreed to share space.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. It gets more profound as
There's
it goes
like
on.
profound, absolute, yeah. Gems being dropped here.
Isn't it just? It is true, though. Like, cavemen didn't have a categorization for stuff. They just did stuff, didn't they?
Yeah, but that's also kind of what we're saying, isn't it? That like we've called them trees because it's just easier than actually like acknowledging that they're all separate.
Yeah, you're right. They're their own species. They're their own identity.
Yes.
I like the way you pensively nodded to that, thinking, I don't know what to say to that.
We have like a conclusion. Have we learnt anything? What
No.
do we? Yeah.
If anything, we made this far more complicated when we started.
Who came up with this theory?
Well, it's one of those that sort of linked to so botanists and people who like to ask annoying questions. That's where I think that's where it originates from.
So what we're really saying is don't trust botanists.
Linguists as well, because again, this is all about language and
No,
terminology.
the lesson I
categorization.
think that we already know is don't trust anyone.
Yeah.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you can't trust a tree, can you? Because it's probably not a tree. It's already lying about.
I'm not sure I trusted trees that much already.
So Mother Willow and Pocahontas is evil. Oh. But I love her.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason I watch Pocahontas.
Yeah, she's a good tree.
That and to see Pocahontas' hair flow in the wind. It's gorgeous.
But there must be good trees from literature as well.
No, well, Mother Willow is good.
She is good.
She is good. Like there are many good trees. Like I want to say the Earls, the Elks, and Lord of the Rings. That's not the name. Why can't I?
No, those things.
They come alongside the day, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love those things. They're big.
Why can't I remember their
They're
name?
very big.
They're fucking massive, those bastards.
Maybe the trees walked away.
Yes.
Have you ever?
Now we're onto something.
I love the
Farah.
idea. I love
Why
the idea.
we have this idea that trees are stuck in one place, but maybe that is also something that we just accept now because all the trees that could move left.
Yeah.
That actually makes sense.
Yeah, they weren't taken; they left. They were like, "This planet is a sinking ship."
Where did they go though?
Up.
Oh, they went up.
They swam into the sky
Okay.
and probably found a new planet to sit on.
Okay. There's a planet of trees somewhere.
Yeah.
Just a big old forest.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Isn't that where Luke went to see Yoda?
Yes. Well, where the Ewoks are. No, different planet.
Well, that's
That's got a
the
lot
moon.
of trees on it
That's
too.
a lot of
That's
trees
the moon
there.
of Endor.
Lot of trees.
But what's Yoda's planet called? No, it's not Tatooine.
I mean,
Dagobah.
you're the best person to answer that question.
Dagobah.
Okay.
It's a swamp planet with lots of trees.
Okay.
Trees haven't always existed though. Like
We know.
there's a time before trees.
What
was before the trees?
Sharks existed before trees did.
What?
But we're saying there was no thing. There was just large ferns.
Large ferns.
Do you mean sharks existed before the trees existed?
Yeah.
Okay.
And fungus existed after trees came around because for the reason we got petrified wood is because trees weren't getting eaten up by fungus and bacteria. But then that came in and then we don't have any, like I'm not making this up, I promise.
Okay, let's try and conclude this. So the theory that there's no such thing as a tree does not tear down wonder. Quite the opposite. If trees are not real, then what stands in forests is even more astonishing than we imagined. Countless independent plant lineages covering upon the same grand idea. Millions of years spent crafting lift systems made of wood, individual lifting towers that defy storms and shelter entire ecosystems without membership in a common category. The theory that trees aren't real invites us to remember that nature does not owe us neatness. Universe grows its wonders wild. So, Farah, is there such a thing as a tree?
No. I've completely bought into it. I'm on board. I think there are no trees, and I think they've all swam into space.
Okay. David, is there such a thing as a tree?
If there are no fish, then there are no trees.
And back to you.
I agree. By the categorization system, that's correct.
There are no trees.
But that's,
So will you be giving up the use of the word tree then?
I will no longer be using the word tree.
Yeah.
It's
Because it's not representative.
It's not representative of the bushes
Yeah.
that we see. I pointed to the fake so-called trees behind us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I may say the artists formerly known as trees. Until they've decided what they want to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Farah, would you like to look into this camera and tell people where they can find you and follow you and come and see you?
Yes, you can find me on all the social medias. I'm Farah Sharp. My handle is Farah Sharp, and I've got shows coming up all the time because I'm working on my solo show. So I would love to see you at one of those.
Absolutely, go and see Farah. You're gonna be in a bath of graphs.
Yes.
Yes.
And there won't be any trees.
And there won't be any trees.
As there aren't.
Yes, quite right too. Would you like a tree joke to end the podcast?
I would, yes.
Okay.
Very much so.
What type of tree fits in your hand?
Palm tree.
Yes! Go and see her show, right? That's how quick she is. That's the end of the podcast. Thanks for listening.
Bye! Please give us a little 5-star rating wherever you get your podcasts. And if you'd like to help support us further, why not check out patreon.com/BelievePod for exclusive episodes, early access, and ad-free listening. Remember, we love you.